Hey my Taurus babies, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Getting ready to do your weekend update. So we're going to go from Thursday to Sunday. Tomorrow is the 20th, I believe, and we're going to go to the 23rd. This is for June 2019. I'm going to pull 4 cards. Actually, I'm going to do what I did last week, I think, and do an overlay because it gets us a little deeper to what we're trying to get to. So I'm going to do 4 of the John Holland Oracle Psychic cards, or Psychic Oracle cards, however you want to go with that. And then I will do 4 of Chanel Bayless's Trust Your Vibe cards on top of the 4 that I have of this deck. So, let's see what we got going on. I'm a little salty right now at the universe. My love life just sucks all to fuck. But you ain't heard that from me. I ain't one to gossip. Blah, blah, blah. Something gotta change. That's what I know. Quickly. But y'all ain't heard that from me. Folks just are not acting right. So, from underneath the bottom of the deck, overall energy, fulfillment of wishes, and victory and success. Those are 2 for overall. They're self-explanatory, so I'm not going to even try and fuck with the second one, the victory and success. Let's see, for tomorrow, Thursday, rejoice in celebration. For Friday, the wisdom card. For Saturday, mental conflict. And for Sunday, prosperity begins. All right? So now let me shuffle these one more time. Just because I want to know. Make sure everything is everything. And I'm going to cut them one more time just because I want to make sure. All right, so from underneath the bottom of the deck, 6 of Swords on top of fulfillment of wishes. The 9 of Cups, which is also victory and success on top of the victory and success card. Card's just going to be lying. Rejoice in celebration. The 6 of Cups. The Wisdom card comes with the 10 of Wands. The mental conflict comes with the Princess of Wands. And the prosperity begins has a Judgment card on top. So let's take a little looky-see. So, our overall energy is very positive. Against, and I'm going to say this because I know it's true because I'm going through the same shit. Against everything that I'm feeling, thinking, knowing, seeing, hearing, I am still very optimistic about the outcome of my little situation. So, and it's not because I choose to be, Miss Fulfillment of Wishes over here, like, oh yes, there are, no, I'm so not here. But there's something in me that's making me be there. If I were just going by what I see, what I hear, I'd be like, oh, hell no, where's the death card? Because this shit is over. Can I get a tower? But that is, and Taurus understand this. We're getting ready to go into Mercury retrograde. And my dumb ass went looking today. I was like, oh, I wonder what the dates are for Mercury retrograde. Must be kind of close. Shit. We can just say the whole month of July is Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde starts July 7th and it ends July 31st. Fuck it, the whole month. You might as well throw the 4th of July in there. By the time you get to the 7th, that ain't nothing but just meat and potatoes. What the hell? So, Neptune and Pluto, which are 2 planets that deal a lot with disillusionment. I think, and this is not going to resonate with every Taurus in every situation. So, again, eat the fish, leave the bones. those of us that have been in situations, not necessarily relationships, but situations where it has been a push, pull, slam, and struggle, that's going to change. And again, this is not EJ talking. This is Spirit straight talking. Because if you were just talking to me, I'd be like, oh, hell no. Let's go to the bar, because this is not even trying to happen. But underneath all of that, even I feel like there's something different here. And this is a relationship read, so don't get this twisted because it's the weekend. There are one or two things in here about other things, but this is seriously about relationship shit. So those of you that have been straddling the fence with a relationship for the past year, maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half, maybe 6 months, maybe 3 months, but not longer than 2 years, I'd say, where it's just been, you don't live together, but you know, you can go to their house, they can come to your house, and every few months some shit jump off, and you know, everybody gets to their corner like, fuck you and fuck you too. And you go a few weeks and you don't talk, you don't text, you don't do shit. And then something happens, you're like, oh, boo-boo, I'm so sorry. And then y'all get back at it again. There's an element of karma here, so know that. But it's getting ready to change. And actually, it has already changed. We just don't see it. I know y'all like, lady, you have smoked it all and you did not save nothing for later. No, I didn't. I really didn't. We don't see. There's some behind the scenes shit. The wisdom card is telling me this. And this is with Friday's energy. The 10 of Wands, and then the wisdom card itself is a 5. So a lot of the stress and shit that we're putting ourselves under, and particularly on Friday, if we think about it, let's just say 10 is just to stress out. That's the 100 number. You are just at 100 with stress. If you add a little wisdom to whatever it is you're stressing about, if you think about past situations and think about how you felt, how you dealt with them, and then understand that you're in a time with Uranus traveling through Taurus, anything can happen. Just a little bit of brain power will knock some of that stress out. This is Friday's card. Just know that. Just do a little bit of thinking, reach back, and then understand that anything can happen right now. So it doesn't have to be like it was last year or last month or last week. And you need just, did I see, thought I saw the hope card somewhere. It must have been at the bottom of the deck. But just a little bit of twisting it and understanding it's not going to be the same this time will help you alleviate some of that stress. And I feel it. If you don't, I do. It sitting right on top of your head like, oh, please, God, let it go away. Let it go away. And for a lot of us, this is a relationship where if we just look into here now, we really don't see anything. But if we project out a little bit, the potential is great. And it's hard to reconcile your brain with something that has been so iffy, so wishy-washy, so in and out, so back and forth, so up and down. It's hard to get your brain around, okay, same person, but all that in and out, up and down, back and forth, sideways shit is gone. And Taurus, if you're going to stick in this relationship, and those of you that this is resonating with, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're going to stick with this, you cannot expect what you've been getting. You got to understand you're going to get a different result this time. If you are expecting the same result, you are going to be blown away with the result that you get, but you're not going to be able to benefit fully from it because you're doubting. I'm just going to throw that out there. You're doubting. Let's go back. Tomorrow, rejoice and celebration. Usually the Six of Cups has some indication of a past relationship. This is not necessarily a past relationship that we're talking about. This is a relationship that has been a past relationship many times over the past year, probably. I think that's something. I told him not to call me no more. 2 weeks later, hey, how you doing? Male, female, however it's resonated. Okay, so those of you that have been going through this, you know what I'm referring to. So this is where this past relationship energy comes from. Conversation tomorrow, or plans for the weekend, and looking most likely on Saturday, more probably on Sunday. But it's here. This is not me telling you, oh, maybe next week, next month, some other bullshit. No. It's here. So, first step gets taken tomorrow. Plans, conversations, and just trusting this, Taurus. I know, because it's me. I hear you. I hear you. It is hard to trust something when you know it has fucked up so many times before. Take a deep breath and think about something else. And just know that what you're hoping for, what you're wishing for, is here. Just know that it's here. And I know everybody's like, the fuck you mean it's here? It ain't been here for 20 years. What are you talking about? It's here. It's here. And the funny thing about stuff, when it finally does show up, you usually aren't ready for it. Despite all the fact that you've been talking about it every day until it happens, you really find out you really aren't ready for it. So let this be a heads up to just kind of get your head wrapped around it. The best attitude to take throughout this weekend is going to be to keep your bull mouth shut and not think you're in a china shop getting ready to run through some shit. There is too much fucked up energy at play. I said Mercury goes retrograde July 7th. However, let me just pinpoint exactly where I thought about this afternoon when I was on break. Let me just pinpoint exactly where we are in the Mercury retrograde little thing that goes on every 3 months. If you've ever driven on the freeway and you just singing and doing your thing and not really paying attention, and you turn your head and you turn back and you look up and you just one burst into somebody's trunk and you slam on your brakes. That's where we are with Mercury right now. Mercury is slamming on brakes and getting ready to roll this thing back up in reverse. And it's probably going to slam the brakes on 1 or 2 more times before we get to July 7th. So that's that jolty, uneasy, uncertain, fucked up feeling you had probably since Monday. Like, oh my God, what the fuck is really going on? But there's an overlay of excitement. And I can't even call it excitement. It's really optimism, because you're not really excited about any particular event or thing happening, but you know there's something good is coming towards you. That's the best way that I know how to put that. Just remember tomorrow, Thursday, this back and forth shit is over. And the first conversation that you have with whomever this person is, I'll stretch it out and say Friday morning, that's going to be the first step in making a huge U-turn and a big change. Friday, like I said, you're going to be in your head because you're going into Saturday with mental conflict. So the wisdom card here, you probably are stressing about the conversation because you heard some shit you probably thought you were never going to hear. And you're stressed. That causes stress because you don't know what to do. And I get this. Especially when somebody has jerked you around and treated you like they were a complete and total asshole and like you couldn't find noon with a flashlight. I get this. And now suddenly you want me to do what? If you think about the past but apply some different kind of wisdom, expect a different outcome. You'll lessen some of the stress. Although it sounds stupid, but this is, I'm going to say this, and this is going to sound corny and hokey and some other shit. If you believe in unicorns and fairies and dancing pears and happy bears and shit, this is the time to kick that shit in. If you think unicorns are the shit, I would pull out every notebook, pen, pencil, cup, plate, picture I have with a unicorn on it, and it would be unicorn time. This is just that time. You just had a big fat strawberry moon here at the beginning of the week. I'm telling you. And that was a full moon, I believe. Yeah. So Buckle up, Taurus. Buckle up. Buckle up. Good things are coming. You can lessen that stress on Friday by just using your brain and cutting it in half from a 10 to a 5. Come on. Saturday, you're going to experience this mental conflict because all this shit's going to be rattling around in your head like, the fuck did he do? I know he didn't just say that to me. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And quite naturally, you're going to try to apply logic to the situation and become your usual practical self, Taurus. And that is what you really got to throw out the window this year. All the shit that we know is not working. It's not going to work. With Uranus and Taurus, just forget it. It ain't happening. You're going to have some mental conflict on Saturday. Get some tea. Do whatever mellow meditating type thing you do first thing in the morning and just cruise through the day because your brain is going to be in overtime. Whatever you need to do to tone it down, if you need to write, if you need to put your headsets on or your earbuds and act like you're Cardi B or Beyonce for 5 or 10 minutes and stroll around the house and sing the song out of key, in key, whatever, do it. Because you're going to have, this is going to be on your mind. You can just hang the rest of this shit up. When you leave work on Friday, tell everybody peace, deuces, because you got other shit to think about all weekend. No, I cannot work overtime. I got shit to think about. This is where you're going to be on Saturday. And don't feel ashamed and don't feel like you need to completely isolate yourself because you're having this mental conflict. I wouldn't walk around with a bullhorn and make no grand announcement, but I wouldn't just be sitting at home. Give yourself some things to look at. Go to the grocery store. Compare fucking prices of turkey bacon. Whatever. But in doing that, it's also going to trigger other things about this relationship in your head so you can sort some of that mental conflict out. If you need to go somewhere, and I don't mean out of town, I mean a day trip. If you need to ride to the other side of town that you never go to, this is that energy right there. Do it. Do it. Go do something creative Saturday. Because this shit's going to be all up in your head. You're going to be all kind of fucked up. And it's going to generate some energy. That's what that red is there for. It's going to generate some energy. And most likely it's going to generate nervous energy. So anything that you can do to kind of just get your mind on something else. If you do the spinning thing, go to a spinning class. If you do aerobics, go do that shit. If you do line dancing, go try that out. I probably would not take this energy to a bar. I'm just saying. Because at the wrong moment, somebody say something stupid to you, it might not be a good night. So I probably wouldn't take this little red hot energy with this mental conflict to no club or a bar. I'd probably leave the drinking for at the house because you're going to be in that kind of mood. But you are going to have that extra anxious energy because your mind is going to be going 100 miles an hour and your body's going to be trying to just do something to just compensate for all the activity in your head. So find something creative to do on Saturday. And I wouldn't necessarily exclude the person that we're talking about. However, I would not get into any long-term commitment type conversation on Saturday. I would just hang out. It would just be hangout day. It would be no conversation, no serious shit, none of that. It would just be hangout day. Let's go eat. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Let's run around. Get rid of that extra energy. The better bet for most of us is to probably just sit on a hard conscience, at least for the first part of the day. The second part, if you want to get out and go check out your partner, go check out a movie or go do something together without getting into any kind of detailed conversation, I'd probably go for that. Sunday, prosperity begins. And prosperity is not just about money and material shit. Prosperity is about just being prosperous and abundant. And usually, when you cross the threshold of trying to make that first step into a relationship, this is about the feeling that you have. Like there's just nothing you can't do. So you're going to tap into a little bit of this energy. I'll encourage you to go back and check out the weekly because I think I went all the way through Monday. See what here resonates with what I did a few days ago for the weekly. I'll be back here on Sunday to do the weekly. But just know like I said, when you make a decision, you make that decision, you're going to go ahead. There's a judgment card for you in case you're wondering where the decision is coming from. I'm just saying. It's that energy. You just decide, okay, we're going to do this. This is that feeling. Make that decision. It's a judgment. It's a judgment call because you are asking yourself to deal with somebody you've been dealing with for a minute that's been giving you the blues. Come on now. That's going to be a serious judgment call. Let me just throw this out here. Everybody is not going to go for the game plan, Taurus. All Tauruses are not going to be like, yes, you can come back. Know that. So it surely is, I can feel the positive energy, and I feel more positive than I do negative. There is negative here. Some of you are not going to want to deal with the mental conflict. Some of you, the mental conflict is going to take you right the fuck out. It's going to take you right out of the game. And you still going to have that nervous energy. That's why I'm telling you, don't do nothing extravagant Saturday night. Go sit your butt down, because you will truly end up looking like a bull in a china shop. If somebody pisses you off, you go out, somebody spill that drink on that white dress. And it's summer too. Oh yeah. I would be at the house at the very least. Maybe I might go to a friend's house if they're having a cookout, but I would not put myself in any unknown social situations on Saturday. Because again, the flip side of this, if you're not going to make a decision to go ahead and move forward and give this relationship a second try, you're going to be pissed off about some shit. Because you're going to be thinking about this old shit and you're not putting no spin on it. You ain't cutting nothing in half. you know, you're not the wisdom, because you'll be angry. And I get that. Those of you that just, for whatever reason, whoever this person is, it might be a fish, not a fish, a water sign, it could be an air sign, it could be anybody, because they got everything just about sitting up here on the table. Cups, wands, swords. Yeah, only thing missing is coin. And this is your reading, so this is about stuff coming to you. So I'm not surprised that there aren't any coin cards on the table. However, if you're on the other side of this and you decide you really don't want to, you know, you don't think you can trust this person enough to say shit to you, much less let's start over. I'm just saying, this can all get a little edgy. So, if you don't decide to go through with this, you're still going to be romantically successful. You will just have to ride the rest of this cycle out. Those of you that aren't dating anybody, you may have an ex come back. That's not the bigger energy that I'm getting. This is energy. This reading is really for people that are in situationships that haven't, for whatever reason, been able to be fully manifested into a relationship. And again, for those of you that choose to stay, it will be well worth your time, your effort, and the universe will reward you for the time and the effort. Those of you that choose to walk away, no harm, no foul. Try not to dwell with this mental conflict. Just try to let as much of it go as you can. Process it as best you can, and just hang on for another month or so and let another cycle start up, get out of Mercury retrograde, and see what comes on the other end of Mercury retrograde as far as another relationship coming towards you. I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. I hope all of us have a good weekend, a good end to the work week, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.